Hello, welcome to this video on clearing the communication channel. For those of you familiar with the project, this should make sense. For those that are not, I would encourage you to watch some of the videos that we have on our YouTube channel. What do we mean by clearing the communication channel? Well, effectively, if you think about someone you want to have a conversation with and you want this conversation to be successful, if you feel negative emotions, particularly strong negative emotions such as anger, bitterness, etc., about the person you're making a picture of, it will be very difficult for you to have a good conversation because these emotions will cloud everything we say. So this video is showing you how you can clear these emotions down. And obviously it's your choice if you do so. You have free will, you can choose to hang on to these emotions. But what I will say from all my experience, if you do hang on to these, it's going to be very difficult to connect and communicate with that person. Just some key points before we show you a very powerful technique to release these emotions. And releasing emotions, in my experience, dealing with myself and one-on-one with clients, releasing emotions is one of the most powerful and effective things we can do to improve our circumstances and our life. So just some key points. People say, well, I'm just going to keep speaking my truth. Absolutely, I'd never say do anything else, but we have to speak it in a way that people can hear us. And being able to connect with others and really resolving some of the strong emotions like anger will be very powerful in doing so. You can choose to hang on to anger, but it tends to put people off and they tend to switch off listening to us. It is not fair. If many other people are not dealing with their emotions, but we have to, it's not fair. Many people are not looking to improve themselves in conversations, but that doesn't change how effective it can be for us to do so. So let's just start off with the bat that, working out how to communicate with others, dealing with our emotions, doing that sort of housekeeping is not fair. And lots of things in this world are not fair, but would you swap places with somebody that was unaware? People have been heavily manipulated beyond their awareness, so lots of people have many emotions about what's going on in the world today. And it's really our responsibility just to look at ourselves and see if there's anything that we can do to improve our situation. And lastly, the emotions that you may feel may be justified, but it's not practical if you want to connect. So a lot of the emotions that we feel towards someone may be anger, bitterness, resentment, all these things. They may be totally justified. But hanging on to them will not help any matters, and letting them go will not excuse what that person has done. If anything, it actually allows them to kind of apologize. It's been very interesting how when I've noticed when I let these go, the other person tends to be in a state where they're not stuck anymore, and they tend to realize if what they've done is not correct. A few words on the role of emotions. Really, emotions are the elephant in the room when it comes to the world that we live in. Not many cultures really give them much credence, but they have such an important role in decision making and behavior. As just a quick example, how emotions can distort reality. This is a very famous story from what was TFT, which was the originator of EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. And that is, in this story, Mary had a water phobia for 20 years. Now, Mary knows that water is not dangerous and it's not going to harm her, but that made no difference because the strong emotions didn't allow her to act rational in that moment. Roger Callahan, who's the gentleman on the right, had been her psychologist for 18 months. And one day he accidentally cured her phobia. She then ran to the water, put her foot in the water, and she was fine. And this all happened by really, we can explain what happened, but I think just for the process of this video, once we can let go of the emotions, and fear is one of the most problematic emotions, we get to see reality much clearer. So many ways that narratives control people is by controlling their emotions. So if we want to have control over our lives, letting go and resolving historically unresolved emotions will have a powerful effect. Emotions are very, very powerful in the moment to really acknowledge, but historical ones, it's very important that we resolve and release them in order to have an accurate picture of reality. So what really are emotions there for? Number one, they're there for safety or opportunity. They're to alert us if there's something that's a threat to us or if there's an opportunity for us to gain. And also they motivate us to act. They really propel us to do things. I mean, a lot of our behaviors, pretty much all, are driven by these emotions and these feelings. And it prepares the body for changes. So if you were to encounter a tiger, the body would prepare itself to fight or flight. And finally, we always move away from pain and towards pleasure. If these things are switched, which sometimes they are, people will actually move towards something painful because they perceive it to be pleasurable. So finding triggers. So what we're going to do now is going to show you how to start to clear this communication channel, this tunnel. And what do we mean by this? So effectively, if you drew this out on a piece of paper and you drew this sort of oblong shape, and on the left side you put your name, and on the right side you put the person's name that you want to have a better connection with. In the middle, where it says what is blocking it, put all the things, all the emotions you feel, all the events that have happened, and really start to get a sense of why you have a blocked communication with this person. Did they dismiss you when you were trying to share some important information with them? Did they get angry at you for trying to help them? Any of these things, so pop those in there. Now, obviously, you can do one of these tunnels or channels for everyone you know, and that's really advisable if you want to have a lovely, clear communication with the people in your social circle. So what I'm next going to do is I'm going to take you through an exercise to start releasing these feelings and emotions. And we're going to do 3 passes of this, but I would advise you to, go back and do as many passes as you can get to the point where you have a nice, clear communication channel, where nothing is blocking that channel. This process has come about by combining a number of methods, EFT, NLP, and the Sedona method. Highly recommend reading the Sedona method book, as well as maybe watching some EFT videos. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through this exercise, and you're going to participate if you wish to help removing and resolving some of these emotions. So what do we do? First, step 1, picture or listen to if you something this person said to you or combine them. So picture the person you have a block with. And as you make that picture in your mind, and first proviso is really take care of your own emotions and your feelings and take care of yourself here. Some strong emotions may come up, but consider this a nice safe place where you can start to get in touch with these emotions. If it gets too strong, you can obviously start thinking about it and moving it on, but just allow yourself to feel as many emotions as comfortable, and as you start to release these, they will dissipate. But really at this point you have to take care of yourself. So step 1 is to picture the person you have a block with. Once you do that, I want you to become aware of the feelings or emotions that you feel. These could be anger, these could be sadness, these could be bitterness, but just become aware of what you feel. And it's this step of connecting with yourself and really acknowledging how you feel that can be very, very powerful. Step 3, notice where you feel these in your body. Do you feel them in your stomach, in your chest, and just notice where you feel these. Step 4, notice how strong the sensations are. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the strongest, how strong are they? This just gives you a real gauge of where you are. Step 5, and you can choose to keep these emotions and feelings. You can choose to keep them for 2 minutes, 2 years, 20 years if you wish. And then step 6, ask yourself this question. Could you let this go? Could you allow yourself in this moment just to let these feelings and emotions go? Okay, I want you to take a big deep breath in, and what you'll notice is that you'll probably feel that those emotions and feelings have subdued a little. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go around on a second pass, and really the process of this is just to keep going round until those emotions and feelings have been dealt with, they've been processed, and they've been released. So pass 2, I want you now to picture or listen to or feel the person you have a block with. As you do that, become aware of the feelings and emotions that you feel. Step 3, notice where you feel these in your body. Step 4, notice how strong the sensations are from a scale of 1 to 10. And as you do that, know that you can choose to keep these. You could keep these for 2 minutes, 2 years, or 20 years if you wish. But if you would like to resolve and connect better, ask yourself this question. Could you let this go? Could you allow yourself in this moment just to let these feelings and emotions go? There we go. Big deep breath in and relax. Okay, we're going to do the final pass in this video, but if after this one you still have more, then just rewatch from pass 1. So I want you to make a picture of this person again in your mind that you have a block with. Become aware of the feelings or emotions you feel as you picture this person. Notice where you feel these in your body. As you notice where you feel these in your body, notice how strong the sensations are from a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the strongest. And as you do that, you can choose to keep these feelings and emotions if you wish. You can keep them for 2 minutes, 2 years, or 20 years. But if you would like to let these go, ask yourself this question. Could you let this go? Could you allow yourself in this moment just to let these feelings and emotions go? Okay, so that brings us to the end of the 3 passes. Now this is the simple process of this, and this should work for a lot of people. Sometimes we have to slightly change this, but the point of this video is to help as many people as we can by just putting this out there. Because the more emotions we resolve, the more we're able to connect, the more we can help influence people to see what's really going on in the world. Emotions block communication significantly. We do provide one-on-one sessions to use these processes to help resolve communication blocks. You can also, in relationship to people, things, finances, communication styles, all of these things. Hopefully this video was helpful, and please feel free to visit our website. Thank you.